Hey guys, it's a relatively simple product, but I thought I should just go over the holy moly real quick on the way this assembly kind of works. This piece right here, this is kind of the main component of it. It's never going to leave the press, so it's just going to slide on here. We're going to bolt it on, and it's never going to leave. Our case feed tube adapter, everything like that, that's in all interchangeable parts. But this is going to just stay there. So in with your package is going to be a 2 3/4 inch 1024 bolts. So we'll just line up the holes there, slide it in, and bolt it down, and it should just stay there forever. And so and then I'm not greasing anything just because this is for an assembly that I'm going to take apart any second and want to keep my hands clean. So but typically obviously you'd want to grease the sides of your plunger, and then you want to grease this little support cylinder. So this little support cylinder has a little groove out there. It's going to ride against the shoulder bolt, the new shoulder bolt I supplied with for it. And then it also is going to keep that bearing aligned along the tool head cam. So all we're going to do right here is just slide it in from the back. And then you have a shoulder bolt here, and I've already put the bearing on it. And you can start sliding that in right there. And then we're going to have one more bearing right here. And what we're going to do is just take a wrench. You got just little wire strippers right here. Or not a wrench, pliers. And we can just slide that in right there, line it up, and then put it in right there. Now, that's pretty much always going to stay there. I'll show you what I mean here in a little bit, but we can just take this here and bolt it on. And then, as you can see, so what we want is this to be aligned with our bearing right there, and that will just ride in that notch. Now, this is when, if you got the backing plate, you just put your backing plate in right here, line it all up, bolt it on, or you've got the pneumatic decapping system actuator mount. That's what I'm going to show you right here. So it's kind of a cool little convenient setup if you're running the pneumatic decapping system. It makes setting the actuator really easy, and it's going to stay there and consistent. And I'm a pretty big fan. So this will just bolt on there, and that's going to be your backing for your spring as well. Now, as you can see, so you just slide back here. You might want to take a couple tries to line this up right here, so we can kind of, so that ride's free now. And then with that, we've got the case feed tube adapter. So the case feed tube adapter will just sit right down on, and then you've got two bolts on both sides to bolt it down. And you'll bolt that down. This one is for 308, but we've got 223 9mm. I didn't have any made for any of the other calibers, but they can be modified off of the ones that I made, and so they're just not in huge demand, and so I will modify them by hand on a mill as the orders come in. So if you order in those ones, it's going to take just a little bit longer. If you are wanting when you come to clean this out, simply all you got to do, don't feel like you have to have those pliers to hold the bearing and make this all complicated. We'll just simply pull the shoulder bolt out right here. Now once we got it here, we can just rock that out. Now we can clean this, clean our plunger, grease it up. We can clean it in here. We can put this back in and simply line this up and then bolt it back in. So it's a really cool setup. It's going to save your machine, prevent it from wearing, and on this cast section with that bushing. And not only that, we're putting all our pressure in line with the tool head cam, so that you're not going to have that kind of tilt and reason to bend these shoulder bolts. And even more so, we've got the leverage point on the outside of the cam, so it's it just makes it to where I have zero wear on mine, and I've been testing it for the last, I mean, I think we're almost 8 months. So these have been a bear to get machined and get a machinist to do them, but finally found a good machinist to do them, and they turned out really well, so I'm really happy. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.